That's you.
All right.
Kind of weird.
This is weird.
Yeah.
We're in like this is the first time we've ever done this in something resembling a professional studio.
It's definitely not a professional studio.
It's more professional than what we got going on. Anyway,
You got a like seating arrangement. We have one couch and we share it.
anyway.
You should have seen this place without the couch. It looked so bare. That was actually my old couch. I took it from my house and brought it here.
I like it. It's cozy.
Actually, my lady ordered this as like the main like couch for the living room.
Okay.
And like as you can see, it's we're not Asians.
Short.
Like, and it was like it's like really low, bro. And so it came.
As you can see.
But like I saw a picture, I was like, oh, that might be dope. And then they brought it. I'm like, no.
It would help. Maybe if you have really, really short legs.
Yeah, not Asian.
Again, though, like that looks like good for. That's a nap couch. That's the
Yeah.
couch
100%.
you go and you're like,
Great.
Fuck, I'm knocking out. For
I've
2
knocked out a
hours.
couple naps on that,
Yeah.
and it's great. But not for like if I'm trying to watch a movie or something.
Right.
Shit,
Then you fall
whack.
asleep because it's
Yeah.
a nap couch.
Exactly.
I'll keep that. I'm putting that in the end. You ever seen someone itch their cornrows?
No.
You
You
gotta
pat it.
you gotta tap the
Yeah.
head. You gotta go like
That's
that.
got to be infuriating, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know how you ever did that.
I wasn't like a super, like I didn't have them for that long. Like so, like my stint of cornrow days was probably like max 2-3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's really not my thing.
Sure.
Yeah, I like the
At
fade.
least you dipped a toe in the water.
Yeah, I
checked
did.
it out.
I did, and I don't think I'm gonna go back either. I think I'm done with the hair.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shave it all off now.
Or just keep it like this. No, not the hair total. I'm just talking about like the
Yeah.
styling it and having to do. I'm just too lazy. You have to wake up and think about what you're gonna do with your hair. I hate that shit.
Yeah. To my detriment, I'm not very vain, and so
To
I'm
your
with you.
detriment.
Yeah. Well, no, it just gets worse. It just slums constantly
I
for
feel
me.
you.
So you do not feel me.
I do feel you.
No, you might be like, yeah, I understand. You're a good looking dude.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, like you don't have. There's not a lot of work you got to be doing right now. You could.
I can
walk
let it.
out.
I can let it go.
You could. I mean,
I
we
can
can
let it
all
go.
let it go.
I've let it go plenty of times. It's actually hard to stay in shape. It's hard to look good. It's hard.
Oh, dude, nah.
But so I don't own any clothes. Like I mean, obviously I have clothes.
Right.
But it's like
Oh, like
fancy dresses. Like I have one pair of pants, and my friend bought them for me because we were in New York and I had a business meeting and I didn't have any pants. He's like, bro, you don't have any pants? I'm like, no. He's like, where are your pants? Like, I don't have any pants. He's like,
oh
I
fuck.
can't believe you didn't bring pants. I'm like, I explained to him, no, I don't have any pants.
The more time we spend together, the more I think
Comfortability is everything, man.
pants are prisons, bro.
100%.
Yeah, dude. I wear basketball shorts as often as
Basketball shorts,
T-shirts.
like sweats, like when it's,
It's
cold.
because, and I know I'm not athletic now, but I grew up playing sports constantly, so I was just always in it. So it's my comfort zone is like perfect.
Yeah,
And
with
it's
the
like,
flip flops.
Oh, yeah.
Bam.
Even but you play basketball in the wintertime, so I'm wearing shorts in the wintertime, walking to the gym. Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah. How many pants do you have?
Yeah,
Hugo?
How many pants do I have?
Big pants guy.
I
Big
just
pants?
bought these.
That's
I own
short.
one pair of jeans and one thing of basketball shorts.
Bam.
That's it.
You have 3 options.
What do you do for cardio?
What do I do for cardio?
Yeah.
I used to walk and run. I haven't done that in a long time. I've been doing this thing with my weight. I was at 205, and then I went down to 150, and then I went back up to 200, and then I went back down to like 160, and now I'm back up to like 180. I gotta get back on healthy shit, man.
I recently
Yeah.
started running again, so we'll see what happens.
You got to. What I've found is that cardio actually makes me a little more mentally clear.
Yeah.
It helps regulate the system.
You ever had the actual runner's high?
No.
No, I've
I
done it a couple times.
fucking hate running.
I fucking hate it too, but like I was really into the basketball thing for a long time, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and I fucked my Achilles up, and then
Me too.
yeah, well
Yeah.
you got it fixed, right?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, probably still smarts, but
Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's
No, it's
pretty.
good?
It's pretty good.
oh, dude, if I play basketball, 2 days gone for me. Next 2 days.
Really?
Is fucked. Yeah.
So you
Well, I was
never
born-
got it repaired?
Well, I was born with club feet, and they broke my ankles, cut the tendon reattached it, so it's just shit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's been shitty. You've never seen the scars on the side of my feet?
I did not. How have I known you for this long and I didn't know the fucking horror show of your birth?
Oh yeah.
That's impressive.
No, it sucks.
Ugh.
No, I was playing bad. Yeah, I used to play all the time. I'm pretty good. Still pretty good.
You don't shoot like Denzel.
I do not shoot. It's the straight backs. Gives you.
You can have straight back. It's what we call like when white people get dreads.
Yeah.
They call them Grinch finger dreads.
Grinch finger dreads?
Yeah, you ever seen Grinch finger
Do
dreads?
they get long and spindly?
I don't know what spindly means.
I know exactly the thing you're thinking of though when you say Grinch finger.
Yeah,
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for the visual though. Bam.
Oh yeah.
These are white.
Oh
people
yeah, I know.
dreads.
Yeah. Some guy from Portland smoking way too much weed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Grinch finger dreads.
Yeah, dude.
So the ends of your cornrows will look like
that's
that.
a bad look for me. I don't think that works out.
You know.
I right now I'm like doing the it's hot in here, but doing
The swoop.
But the girlfriend keeps talking me out of just shaving it.
The hair, the whole head.
Yeah. Well, not like bald, but yeah, short, kind of like yours.
You
That's
get
usually what
a
it was.
taper.
You have a better hairline though.
Thank you. I work
It's
hard
not
on that,
hard.
too.
Is that hard? Do you work hard on your
No,
hairline?
I don't work
Yeah,
hard
I was
on
gonna
that
say mine Widow Peaks as fuck.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day too. Like, why I get an edge up at all? Like, when did that become a thing?
What?
Edge ups.
Oh, I don't know. Because we don't do that.
No, you guys don't get edge ups, huh?
No.
Damn, there's so many cultural differences.
I know it's really cool.
I don't even know
I
what
almost-
that means.
Okay, so-
yeah, it's you basically you get your hair cut more than I do for sure.
Yeah, I go every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Here you go. Edge.
We should have a whole show,
a whole episode on
cultural difference.
cultural differences.
Seriously, I think it's super interesting.
Okay, you see how
Yeah.
when we go to our barbers,
Yeah.
right? You see this clean line right here?
Yeah.
That's the edge.
See, the
right?
thing
so like,
is,
his hairline doesn't naturally
Like type in white guy
that's the
edge up
edge.
though. It doesn't look good.
So, I mean, I've said this for years. Like black barber shops are just different, right? And like so, like this is the kind of standard. If you pay taxes for your haircut, it's probably a shitty haircut.
I get it.
If it's like $8.99, it's probably trash.
No. Oh man, that's yeah. I think every haircut I've ever had was either an old, really conservative white guy with a straight razor.
So you don't have a barber.
or no. See, they rotate.
That's fucked, man.
I have a barber.
Thank you.
Argue with your old conservative barber.
He gives me such a good haircut, though. I need one. My hair looks like shit right now. I haven't had a haircut in like 4 months, but like, he's a piece of shit. But he makes me look good.
No, yeah. So I mean,
I don't
see,
have a relationship.
barbers in our culture
Yeah.
here, they're like your therapist. Like you go there, like it's an experience. The whole barbershop is
Everyone
full of
hangs-
like
like, people hang out
it's
there,
like a
yeah.
spot. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you talk about politics, sports. Like you talk about a lot of shit.
I'm aware of the barbershop films
Okay, cool.
and their sequels.
I'm gonna. We can go as long as you want. I'm gonna have extra content. So.
I'm
Yeah.
here, man.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Fuck. No, I killed it.
Haircuts.
I killed it.
Good job.
No, just that, like, cause we live in Saginaw, which is very culturally diverse. It has a very strong black population that has like a really rich culture, and it's kind of like something that like I'm not unwelcome, right? But then be like,
What are you doing
what's
over
going
here,
on,
my
buddy?
guy?
Yeah. Hi. How you doing?
It is.
Yeah,
you're
because,
definitely an outsider.
Yeah, because like I don't.
And I used to frown about that about my people, but like the more I traversed outside of my cultural pocket, like I understand the reservation.
Yeah.
I get it too. Like
I
I get it.
Yeah, there's a lot of like
No, it's
judgment.
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be like a spot, like right down the road. We have mixed families all over the place, and then there's two just black families, and then at the end of the street, there's one white guy with a Confederate flag in his garage.
That shit is.
It's fucking crazy.
He took it down though, didn't he?
He took it down
Did
when
he put it back
when they were
up?
doing 4th of July stuff. But
He's such a. Every time I drive by that, I want to stop and be like, "What the fuck is your
The
problem?
fact
Get
that
off my fucking street,
the
you
fact
ass!"
that he has that and then decided I should take that down when people are around. Like,
Well, I just don't understand the point. Like,
He's from Michigan.
And usually, yeah, one you're in
by
the
the way,
north.
the Michigan, like the troops were in the Civil War. One of the main reasons the South lost the war is they cut the Mississippi off and went straight down to New Orleans and like defeated them. So I mean, like
He has
they happen. It's not really common, I guess. It's common enough to where go, oh, look at one of those fuckers, but like it's not like all over the place. Not like it is in like Mississippi.
I just don't
and
understand the thought process. It's like it's heritage, not hate, but it's like it's
hate.
It's directly, of course it is, but it's like it's directly in conflict with the shit that you say you love, which is America. That's what they were fighting against.
I say this as someone like my dad, for instance, who is a person who very much would claim he's not racist, but everything he votes for and like believes in is. Yeah. I think it genuinely comes out of a place. He watches Fox News constantly, and his life, in his opinion, fucking sucks. He thinks for whatever reason his life is shit. It's not. It's fine. But he thinks he deserves more for whatever reason, and fine. And instead of looking at himself and saying, what's wrong with me? What could I be doing better? He looks and he, like, tries to blame other people. And,
Mexicans.
Yeah, Mexicans, black people, whatever.
Yeah.
And places like Fox News give an outlet for those people, and they say, this is who is causing your problems, not you. Don't look at your
Never
problems.
heard the black people are taking the jobs a bit. I never heard that one.
Well, no. To someone like his dad, y'all are lazy. But
I can see that.
Michigan's weird because we have
everybody's lazy. America's pretty lazy.
America in general is very.
So if you want to typecast an entire race, you're like, yeah, you're some lazy niggas around.
Well, I mean, like we have Detroit, which is like obviously a black cultural hub.
Motown.
Yeah, and we have a lot of people don't know this about Michigan. We have a huge Mexican population for the farming.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of immigrants.
I did not
a lot
know
of second generation.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and we also have the largest Muslim community in the states.
Really?
In Dearborn, Michigan, we have the largest.
Yep.
Is it a traditionally blue or red state? Oh, not traditionally, but
purple.
what?
Purple.
Blue mostly.
Oh, really?
But enough. It swings enough to where we.
Is it a swing state?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I've never.
People think it's kind of like you don't think about it unless it's Detroit or Flint right now.
All right.
But I mean, there's a lot going on there.
What's like the second biggest city?
Probably Lansing, Ann Arbor.
Ann Arbor, okay.
Grand Rapids.
Gotcha.
All those places are really liberal. A lot of colleges. Where Michigan,
Right.
Lansing's at Michigan State.
Right. I wanted to go to Michigan coming out of high school.
Yeah.
Like if they would have offered me, I would have went. No question.
It was definitely good.
Like I don't know what it was about it, but I just love it.
It's
It wasn't
got
my favorite team.
It's got a really good culture of
Rich tradition of exploiting athletes.
Of exploiting athletes. Yes. I agree. Looking at like NCAA, the Madden, the video game.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking every when I was growing up, I was like, why don't they put the names on the jerseys?
Yeah.
And well, now I know why, because I don't pay those fuckers. Apparently, there was like a lawsuit, and some of the players got. I don't know if you were involved with that. Were you in college? So you get like a little bit.
Yeah, it was like $1,200 check.
Right. What the fuck is that? That's nothing.
Mean, dumb as shit.
I mean, think about how many people they have to pay though. There's 117 D1 schools.
Well, I know. Yeah.
And then there's like how many people on the roster? Probably like 100 and something.
Right.
Each school, and then shuffled out each year. It's like
so
they're just so knee deep in shit that it's.
Yeah,
I'm just happy that at least some of this shit is coming to the point where it's like okay.
Yeah. So
some accountability.
That's interesting. We don't have to record if we don't want to, but I'm interested in. Do you think salaries for NCAA players?
Oh, the NCAA knows. I think they're fucking. Thieves,
well, I know they.
So.
I know. Well, I know I'm not worried about your blowback.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've been here.
Maybe,
No, it's good. So salaries for college players, or like at the end of the education, or
yeah. I mean, I think salaries will be tough, right?
Yeah.
I think because we live in a capitalist society, so naturally you're gonna have your powerhouses who are making the majority of the money, and then after a while, the small schools aren't gonna have any football teams. And I mean, that's just the nature of the business if you want to treat it like that. But if you're gonna treat it like that,
let them capitalize on their own name.
yeah. If you don't want to, if you don't want to call it a business, then let us. If somebody wants to pay me $20 to sign my name on a piece of paper, let them pay me.
Yeah, because I mean, you got into some shit.
Yeah.
What was that even?
So I took money in college. So when I was in college, I took a bunch of handouts under the table or whatever. So
who wouldn't?
With the problem,
who doesn't?
The problem is, exactly. The problem is everybody does, but everybody acts like they don't.
Right.
And so when somebody comes out
you
and
talked
say
about with Reggie, right?
Reggie
Bush.
Yes. So when somebody comes out and says that they do or they did, the Stockholm syndrome has been they've been infected with it.
Yeah.
So I had like Gary Payton. He called me a snitch. Like all these people said, "Oh, you're fucking it up for the kid." I'm like, see, this is what y'all don't understand. Imagine if every single football player in the NCAA said, "I took money." Mm-hmm. Are they gonna suspend the entire every school? No, that's their revenue stream. Of course they wouldn't do that shit. So like that's the problem is like we're so afraid of this paper shark that they've labeled the NCAA, and nobody wants to organize as athletes and say, hey, if we all say we did, they can't strip everybody of everything. Then they'll realize, oh shit, we are the product.
There was that quarterback from Northwestern. Is he in the NFL right now?
Which one?
God, I can't remember. When he was in college at Northwestern, he was talking about unionizing.
Right, and they denied him.
Yeah,
which is funny as fuck.
Which is, I don't know how we don't. And the argument is they get like,
it's indentured servitude. We give you room, we give you board,
right,
and some food every now and then.
Some education. And then,
no.
And then,
right. Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. Like, yeah. So like, I've talked to enough, just like. You're the first professional athlete I think I've talked about, like that actually made it to the pros, I think, that I've talked to it. But there's lots of college athletes that experienced it to some level, be it football, basketball, those are the two main ones really. And they all kind of have the same opinion. It's like kind of like
you're not gonna find if you played in a major like D1 sport, you're not gonna say like no, we're amateurs. None of them are gonna say that. Right. You find like swimmers or like some like low level sport that doesn't draw in any revenue. Yeah. Like of course you're gonna feel like you're an amateur because you actually probably were, but like we weren't. Like we were bringing in millions for the like when you see that shit. Like when you see your coach pulling up in a Lexus to your practice, like you see it. Here's a parking spot designed for him, and he pulls up in a Lexus. And you go across the street to your dorm room, and there's no food in your fridge. And like people think because you get like meals, that it's like, oh, they feed you. Quit acting like you were starving. It's like,
you get like 2 a day, right?
Well, you have 3 meals, but this is my thing. The cafeteria is that they pay for it. This is when I was in school. I don't know how they do it now, but when I was in school, they have a cafeteria that they pay for. You get breakfast, lunch, dinner. That was included on it, but the weekends were closed, so you got a check, and I used to get a check for $84 a month. So that had to feed me 4 weekends, and I'm like, this shit is. But I mean, think about it as a young man, and you couldn't get a job either, right? So I have to eat. I have to eat the. No, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed. No time, no time, and
not even like in the library.
You can't go work. I don't know. I don't know the rules now. They might have changed it, but when we were in school, I couldn't get a job, so I had to eat the food that was there. So if I didn't like it, I didn't have a choice, right? So it's like. It's bullshit. And then towards the end of the month, of course, $84 to a college kid, it's gone.
And not
it's
only
gone.
That, like, let's consider the nutrition that's involved.
Of course, of course.
You're most of you are working at a level that's professional.
It is professional. It's professional.
Yeah. And do you think it was like the same?
The shit about the pros that was different than the college was just there was no mandated classes. Right. Other than that, it was exactly the same. We had mandatory workouts, we had mandatory weights,
same workload.
Practice. meetings, all the shit was there.
But on top of that, you're also younger. You're coming up to 18. You're still kind of growing.
100%.
So like the nutrition's even more important, and not until you get money you can even fucking do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's silly as shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's a huge farce, and it's gonna collapse on itself one of these days.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's gonna take athletes having the foresight to say, I'm not playing in this national championship game until they treat athletes like they should treat us and give us what we deserve. Until that happens, it's gonna continue this little charade.
Yeah.
But I mean, it depends, man. These fuckers they're smart. They've branded it so well. They actually have people thinking like it's illegal. It's like you took illegal benefits. I'm like, dog, there's no law against this shit.
Yeah.
You're fucking stupid.
Hey man, we had some talented kids in high school, and boosters wanted to pay their asses.
Mm-hmm.
So
I took. I don't care. The NCAA called me.
Yeah.
Cause I said I took money in this documentary. It's called Schooled. You should watch it. It's interesting. You'll like it, man. I know you don't like sports, but you'll like it.
I might have watched it. What's it called?
It's Schooled. It's called Schooled. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
I think I watched that.
It's dope. So I was on there and I was telling them how like I received improper benefits.
Yeah.
I took a lot of money on the table. And the NCAA called me and they said we're conducting I'm so and so with the NCAA and we're conducting an investigation on your improper benefits taken. Yada yada. Would you like to comply? And I was like, no, but good luck. And I hung up. Like, what do they get? Like, it was all cash. So I was like, they can't trace that shit.
Sure.
And even if they did, what are you gonna do? Take away our fucking 7-win season? I don't give a shit. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I don't care. And they did. So like Reggie Bush.
They did it with USC.
Yeah, but they took it away. But what does that even mean?
It doesn't mean shit.
It doesn't mean anything. You
That's
took it away.
By the way, that was years ago.
Yeah, 2005.
Yeah, so I'm in high school still.
Right.
And like, I'm still a fan of Reggie Bush. I
Doesn't-
think he's great. I mean, he's fast as shit. I don't know.
But
He's
this
real
isn't-
good at running balls.
But it's not. This isn't like 1933
Right,
either, right?
yeah.
So it's like I can Google 2005 national championship and watch the
And it
whole
wasn't-
thing.
By the way, USC shit on everybody
Yeah.
that year. I'm just so
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's an imaginary like
yeah.
sanction.
And also like their award is imaginary.
Yeah, it's the best player that you. That whole shit is awards are weird anyway.
Yeah.
Awards are super weird.
I don't know how that works.
Like if you look at
I
even
got
like,
one- I
if
got
you
a
look at
bowling award
Grammys
once.
if you look at like Grammys or Oscars, it's like this is committee of people who
Yeah.
vote on this shit.
Yeah.
And if you look at some of the artists that haven't got Grammys, like Bob Marley never got a Grammy, Tupac when he was living never got a Grammy, Biggie never got a Grammy, Busta Rhymes never got a Grammy, Lauryn Hill never got a Grammy. Like some of the icons of our
Right.
culture never got Grammys. So it's like, who the fuck is
What is it?
voting on
Leo
this shit?
DiCaprio for years.
It took him,
He had to
yeah.
eat a fish.
I was,
You know what? Okay, The Revenant. I gotta talk about The Revenant. I like The Revenant.
He's back in the conversation.
Okay.
yeah.
The
Now
sports
you're
are-
talking my language.
I enjoyed the movie The Revenant. Not Leo's best film.
No.
Didn't deserve an Oscar
course
for it.
not.
Gilbert Grape was probably his best performance.
Dog. I
Right?
agree.
He's so good in that.
I agree.
Also Django, he was pretty good in Django. He commanded
I
the
can't
room.
say I can't say he didn't deserve an Oscar for it.
I feel like
He had a hell of a performance.
When you're measuring it against Leo, or you're measuring it against the other films of the year?
I gotta look at what the films of the year were that year.
'Cause-
But I know I was
'cause it
mad
was-
at the time.
It was. I don't care about the Oscars really.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't think nobody does.
yeah,
I just feel like
Anybody
some
does.
get fucking mad.
people have this thing about conflating good acting with acting under harsh conditions. Like, oh, it was super cold and they were really in the woods.
Daniel
and it's-
Day-Lewis does the method acting shit.
Mm.
How is acting? How do you like that? Is that for you, or you just kind of dabble
It
in?
is, but I'm gonna have to totally change my because it's
You're in Draft Day.
this
I
is
know
it's a
that.
draft day. I've been in a couple of TV shows.
Sure.
That fucking the Baywatch movie.
Oh yeah, you remember.
Yeah, she was weird.
Well,
It's weird because this is and everybody will say this, but I feel this, right? So like I feel like I'm a genuine human being, right? And so
I get that.
so like when you act, you forget that you're really that's what you're doing, and so there's a lot of like not authentic shit you have to do, and I am
like, say
not
shit you wouldn't say.
not even that. It's just you have to put on, you have to act,
Yeah.
and it's an art form.
I'd have a problem if it wasn't funny.
The comedy.
Yeah. If it's comedy, I'm pretty I mean, obviously that's kind of my lane, but
All right.
like, I think if it's funny, I can understand why something's funny,
All right.
and so I can say those words. But like, if I had to be like, in my head, I feel like I could be real dramatic if I had to. But like being there.
Yeah, no, that's the problem. So the problem is you have to get into a character that's not really you.
Yeah.
So the good thing about like these great actors like Denzel, Leonardo DiCaprio, all these great actors, they get roles that are them, but just like with a tweak, right?
Yeah.
So when you're like up and coming, you have to be a totally different person, and it's hard for you to be a totally different person. You know what I'm saying? So it's weird. It's a weird place.
Who should have won? Who should have won Best
That
Actor?
year, I think Michael Fassbender should have won for Steve Jobs because that movie was fucking great and he was great as Steve Jobs.
What's your number
I haven't
3?
seen it.
What's my number 3? Eddie Redmayne and the Danish Girl.
Ooh, that was.
I haven't seen the Danish Girl either.
It's really good. It's a story about is it the first attempted? Not the first attempted.
First attempted sex change, right?
Yeah.
First successful, like.
Not successful.
Not successful.
First attempted sex change in like the 1930s.
That's right.
With this guy. Woman who was transgender in a time when it was just completely unheard of. Really interesting movie.
Did you see the Stephen Hawking movie?
Oh yeah, that was
He's
great.
who plays Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
It's Eddie
okay.
Redmayne.
I know what movie you're talking about.
That was really
I
good,
didn't
too.
see it.
By the way,
He's a fucking killer.
that movie
He's a
where he
killer.
like he's doing the face thing and still acting and like that's so good.
Right? No, he's a killer.
Yeah.
He's.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the like most underrated.
I think he's got some like. I feel like in 10 years we're gonna go like,
Yeah.
oh look at this fucking movie Eddie Redmayne did. You have to watch it.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah. He's good
I
as
like
shit. So. Anyway,
Long silence. Probably
probably good.
good.
Yeah.
Do you guys like rap it any kind of way or?
Sure.